Hello and welcome to the Cretaceous Campcast. I'm Cretaceous Dave, and this is usually a podcast all about Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous and Jurassic World Chaos Theory. Today we're going to pivot a little bit, and I honestly don't even know what to say. I've got nothing planned, but we lost an icon and a legend earlier today in Sam Neill, who you may know as the actor who played Dr. Alan Grant in the Jurassic franchise. And I wanted to just take a few minutes to reflect on the character of Alan Grant and what he not only meant to Jurassic, but to people in general. And, just going back to Jurassic Park, you can't think of Jurassic Park without Alan Grant. He's a key figure. He's essential to everything in the franchise as a whole. Even when he's not there, his presence is known and felt. And we were lucky that we got to see him in 3 movies. He didn't have the biggest role in Dominion, but I think he did great with the screen time he had. And what I really loved about his character in Dominion is even with dinosaurs brought back to life and roaming the earth, he was still out there digging bones. He didn't change who he was. He was himself. He stayed true to himself, and he kept doing what he loved. And that's something I think we can all take from Dr. Grant and Sam Neill himself. If you follow him on social media, he was big with his farm. He was an environmentalist, and he just did what he loved. So I'm encouraging each and every one of you, just keep on doing what you love. I don't always have time to record things for you all to podcast, but I want to do it because I love doing it and I love talking about these shows. But I'm not going to make this about me. This is just a brief look back at the impact of Alan Grant. And I think the biggest thing we can all take away from this character is it has brought multiple generations together in loving dinosaurs, but has also gotten generations of kids from the 90s up until today interested in paleontology and science, which I think is such a cool thing. Because before Jurassic Park in 1993, yeah, kids loved dinosaurs, but it wasn't like out there and as in your face as it is for the last 30 plus years. And a lot of that can be attributed to the character of Alan Grant. Kids wanted to be him. They thought he was like the coolest dude ever, and he really was. And, I personally know a handful of people who got into the fields they're in because of Jurassic Park and because of Alan Grant. And I think up until now, we've kind of taken for granted the cultural impact that character has had, and not just in cinema, but in real life. And there are famous and well-known paleontologists who will credit the character of Alan Grant for them getting into the field and being interested in the field. And I think that is absolutely incredible. And I don't know how much Sam Neill knew how important that character of Alan Grant was to generations of young people wanting to grow up and be paleontologists, or to eventually grow up and be paleontologists, and not just paleontologists, but well-known that are published authors and writing papers on their findings and discoveries. And it is just so cool, like I said, I've got nothing planned, nothing scripted. I'm just kind of talking as it comes to my head and from the heart. And it's just been rough since reading the news after waking up. And I wanted to just take a couple minutes and appreciate Alan Grant and, of course, the legendary Mr. Sam Neill. And I know I'm just a tiny mouthpiece here, but I hope I can do him some justice in paying a little bit of tribute. And I know it's been really hard on a lot of people in the Jurassic community, and it's understandable. And I hope everybody is there for each other. And I've seen so many great things. Unfortunately, there are a lot of AI tributes already floating around, and I don't think he would appreciate that. But I'm not going to speak for the man. But I'm personally not a fan, but I do appreciate that people are paying tribute to him, and everyone's dealing with this in their own ways. Some people making content like this, some people just crying, and that's okay. A lot of people watching Jurassic Park, which I think is cool. If I have the time, I'm gonna go and watch the Alan Grant trilogy of Jurassic Park, Jurassic Park 3, and Jurassic World Dominion. Um, to kind of bring things in line with what this podcast is usually about. I've spent the morning wondering, did Darius ever have a conversation with Alan Grant? And if so, what was that interaction like? What would they have talked about? I think it would have been something really cool to have seen. And, it's a little too soon. I don't want to do it now, but maybe in the future I will hit up Paul McHale-Williams on Cameo and ask him that question and get his video thoughts on how Darius and Dr. Grant would have interacted. See what he has to say about it. Yeah, it's sad. I've never really been one to really get hit with a celebrity death. This one definitely feels different. I didn't expect it to, but it made me realize just how important that character is to the franchise, which makes it really important to me. It's people that know me know Jurassic Park 3 is not my most favorite movie. I have issues with it. It's still a good movie. I still enjoy it. I will still rewatch it. I'm not saying I dislike the movie. But I do love the character of Alan Grant in that movie. There are other things I have issues with, and it was great to see him continue on with what we saw with his growth in Jurassic Park 3, in that like becoming a father figure. In Jurassic Park, he wanted nothing to do with kids at the beginning of the movie, and then he kind of became this father figure to Lex and Tim over the course of the film. And you can see that extending into Jurassic Park 3. He was cool with Ellie's son playing with dinosaurs at the beginning. And then, just throughout the course of the film, he kind of played in that father role for, the cast. And yeah, it's a shame in the films, him and Ellie didn't get together until Dominion. It's understandable, and there was really no place for them in the story in between. But I am glad they kind of got their happy ending at the end of Dominion. I would have liked to see more, like his testimony, perhaps. Maybe they can carry on the legacy of Dr. Grant in some sort of print media in the next film. Maybe they can pay tribute, and maybe Dr. Grant also passed away, and we can have some very nice memorial or something really nice said about him. There was a brief mention of him in Rebirth, or they just let Dr. Grant, slip into the past in the franchise. I have no idea what their plans are, but I would like to see them pay some kind of tribute. I know the official social media, posted about him, but he is Jurassic Park. And we need to keep that legacy going. And I hope the franchise does something for him. People have been already clamoring for Jurassic World Evolution to add in some kind of decoration or statue or something. And I think that's a great idea. I haven't played the game. I'm trying to play the game. But that sounds like a cool thing. Or if I'm understanding correctly, in Evolution 3, people can make their own things and there's some kind of workshop or shop or something like that. People can sell stuff. Maybe somebody can make their own. That would be really cool. I don't know how all that works, but yeah, I just wanted to say a couple words about the impact of Alan Grant and my condolences to the family of Sam Neill. And I'm gonna wrap things up because I really I don't have words to express how I'm feeling. I just wanted to thank Sam Neill for Dr. Alan Grant, what he has meant to generations of people. His legacy has spanned more than 30 years and an inspiration to so many. And off the screen, such a kind individual that cared so much and has done some amazing things. And I don't know, maybe I'll go out and find a bottle of Two Paddocks wine. I bought myself a bottle a few years ago for my birthday. It's good. It's good stuff. I recommend you check it out. I don't know what's going to happen, now with his vineyard. But maybe I'll go pick myself up another bottle of that in memory of Mr. Sam Neill. And I'm going to leave you all with that. Go watch Jurassic Park. Everybody grieve in your own way. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to grieve. Reach out if you just want somebody to cry to. I'm available. I'm here. Let's everybody give each other a big group hug. We'll get through this together. He is already greatly missed. And thank you, Sam Neill, for the character of Alan Grant and everything you've meant, not just to Jurassic, but young kids everywhere who fell in love with dinosaurs or paleontology because of your character. That's it, everyone. Take care of yourselves. Make the best of what you can. Keep on keeping on. Stay safe. Stay Jurassic. And I'll see you all next time. So long.